Hello, everybody, and welcome back to We Digital Productions, continuing coverage of the 2023 OFSA Bowl Series. Here at St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, the Central Bowl is up next. The Central Bowl is presented by the St. Clair Alumni Association. My name is Dan Dominguez, and I'm going to have all the action for you, along with the We Digital crew, here on a cold Tuesday night. The sun is now pretty much set off in the distance. They're doing the coin flips, decide who's going to start with the ball today. We have the champions for the Southern Ontario Secondary School Association, the Myer Marauders. We're going to get to a quick weather report before I get to the teams. -3 degrees, feels like -11. 18-kilometer-hour winds, not too bad. Slight chance of precipitation, but it doesn't look like we're in for anything serious like we did yesterday. So I'm going to get back to the teams. The Myer Marauders out of Niagara Falls. They're led by head coach Dave Buchanan. They defeated Notre Dame 21-6 to get into this matchup. And they've been a strong team. 3rd ranked in the coaches poll in the provincially, 20th in the CFC polls nationally. So they're a very strong team, a high-powered offense, 330 points scored in 8 games this year. Their opponents, the winners of the Southwestern Conference, SWASA, the Ursuline College Lancers. They defeated the Herman Green Griffins just over a week ago to earn their spot in this game right here. Head coach Scott Morgan leads his Lancers into a huge bowl game, a little bit more evenly scored. They've scored 223 points over those 8 games. But a strong team, a good mix of pass and run. They're led by 11th grade quarterback Sawyer Emmett. Quarterback for the Marauders today, Thomas Somerville, who had 22 passing touchdowns to go along with 6 rushing. So the teams are lining up. I'm high atop Acumen Stadium in the Leuna 625 broadcast position. Thanks to them being our presenting partners for this event. The Myer Marauders in the purple, dark purple jerseys, the white pants. They're going to be kicking off going right to left across your screen. The Lancers with the blue pants, the white shirt, a little bit of blue trim. They're going to be receiving. And we're underway. A little pooch pit kick with the left foot. It's caught at the 45-yard line and dragged down. That looked like Jaden Bayless receiving that kickoff. You can see a little pooch by the left-footed kicker. So that was Mitchell Kasuki on the kick. That's going to set up the Lancers in pretty good field position. They marked it at the 46. As I mentioned, they're led by the 11th grade QB, Sawyer Emmett. He had a great game against Herman a week ago to earn their spot in this tournament. But their star player, C.J. Roberts, he had 3 touchdowns in that game. And he scores a number of long touchdowns, so they look to get him some space. Shotgun, Emmett hands off, and there he is already, number 24, C.J. Roberts. Cut on the 50, 40-yard line, and plows down to the 35-yard line. So right on cue, C.J. Roberts shows his value to this Lancer team, a big first down run, and already the chain's moving. Big hole up the middle. Oh, my mistake. That was Ben Church. So they went to the bigger running back. We haven't even seen 24 Robert yet, so Church got the run. So in the gun. Handoff around the end. Again, some room on the near side. Looking for the corner. That's Roberts, number 24, and gets pushed out. So the big 1-2 combination of Roberts and Church are tough to handle, as after 2 runs, 1 from each player, they're all the way down to about the 12-yard line. So we saw Church on the first one, and the little kind of end-around handoff, and Roberts gains the edge. And the slot player barrels his way down to the 12. First 2 plays, and they're already in the red zone. The Lancers looking to score early. So kind of a quick left-right punch against the Marauders, and the Lancers are looking to get on the board. There's flag. Ball up the middle. Gets tackled down right around the 5-yard line. We'll wait to see the officials call. And that's our head referee, Alex Jammy, today. So we'll wait for his call. Looks like it's going to be an offside. And it's on the defense. So they'll probably take the 5 yards and get that down back. but we'll see what they decide to do. You can see them asking the captain. Again, that's quarterback Sawyer Emmett, giving him explaining his options. So it'll be first down on the 7 or second down from wherever that tackle took place around the 5. Here's the call.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So wisely, they do elect to take the 5 yards so they can redo first down. So that moves the ball back a yard, but they get an extra down as well. So it's actually pushed back to the 7. First and 5. They still can get a first down. Emmett to the right side. Sawyer Emmett gets hit around the ankles and finally shoved out of bounds at about the 5. Let's see where they spot it. Maybe the 6, so not much gain. So Emmett has a good mix of run and pass. He'll run it himself. He'll do some quick hitters. He's got some good receivers. He's got Bayless is one of his receivers that he'll hit quite often. DJ Phillips, we see on the kickoffs. Jackson Baker, another receiver on the team. There's Baker off to the left side, number 14. So you got from the gun. Handoff, Church. Kind of stutter steps right side, nowhere to go. And brought down by A.N. Myer. That's number 1, Francisco Della Valentina. The big 6'4" linebacker. He was assisted by Dudskin on the tackle, number 11. Dudskin will see as a defensive end. He also plays a little bit of tight end. There's some of the big boys up front trying to keep the Lancers out of the end zone. So we'll see what happens here. 3rd and 7 from the 9. From the gun. Off to the left side. He's got one man beat. Scampers into the ball's loose. The ball's loose. But it looks like they fall for a touchdown. The Lancers have it. It looked like the ball fell down for a second. But C.J. Roberts with the touchdown. So he must have crossed the line before the ball got knocked away. So the Lancers immediately move down the field and take a 6-0 lead. 9:07 to go here in the first. The Marauders probably not expecting this from the Chatham School, but they come right down the field and kind of punch them in the face with a quick touchdown after 3 minutes. Extra point pending. There is a flag. It's up and good, but we'll see if there was somebody set up offside. Looks like it's a defensive offside.
Put on the kickoff.
We'll wait for the call.
Offside on defense. Offside. Defense. Conference good. We'll play on the kickoff.
So the point is good. It was offside on the defense. They'll assess that on the kickoff. As we look at that touchdown again. So see, again, C.J. Roberts, already 1 touchdown today. Let's see if that ball came. Oh, that ball came loose early, but he scooped it up. Johnny on the spot. So he fumbled at about the 1-yard line, and it rolled right into his lap. So fortunate that C.J. Roberts was able to fall on that fumble. It got stripped out about the 1.5-yard line. So this should be Larson on the kickoff. Reed Larson, he's a grade 11 student. He had a good leg we saw in the SWASA final. Heading towards the right hash mark, caught on the fly. He's got a lot of blockers in front of him. He scoots out to the right side. He's got room, cuts it back. He's at the 40. They're chasing him down. 30, 20, and he's brought down just outside the 15-yard line. A huge run back. So we'll take a look at the kickoff return again. Aaron Falconer, number 25, with a huge run back to try and answer back quickly for the Marauders. So he was able to catch that kickoff on the fly in and around the 20-yard line and returns it all the way inside the Lancers 20 as they'll set up shop here on the 17-yard line. So Somerville's the QB. That ball's handed off near side. He's got a lot of room, cuts it back, brought down just on the 1-yard line. That's Falconer again, and there could be a player down for the Lancers. So that's a grade 11 student, Aaron Falconer, looking great on this first possession for the Marauders. Again, their quarterback, Thomas Southerville, 5'11 QB. They got another weapon in Evan Goforth, little QB sneak. Waiting for the call, he's in for the touchdown. And Somerville does it himself. And just like that, 7-6, A.N. Myer answers immediately. Takes them just about a minute to get down the field, and they, with the extra point, will tie this one at 7. And you can see number 2 plowing in, just crosses that line, and a touchdown for Somerville. He had 6 during the season. That's his 7th rushing touchdown. The point after is good. So we're only 4 minutes into this one, and we're knotted at 7. So it looks like this could be a heavyweight fight, just kind of landing haymakers. And we'll see now how Ursuline can respond. As the Lancers come out to kick off. And the Marauders come in to kick. Lancers are going to receive. Waiting for the referee to blow this in. And there we go. They tried that little pooch last time. Kind of tried again on the far side. Nobody there. The ball is now loose. They fall on it. And the Lancers are able to get it. So they kind of kicked it into no man's land. And they tried to get kind of a little pooch kick onside kick, and it almost worked. So the Lancers are going to have to do something on their kickoff coverage now that they kind of know what A.N. Myer is doing every time. They've kind of tried that same play, and you can just look at all the green. There's nobody there. Once we kind of focus in, there it is. And they had a chance. The Marauders had a chance. .7:42, clock is moving. Kind of a pistol set. Cut 2 receivers with him. Little pitch near side. That's Church. Church looking for a room. There is a flag. And he's ripped down. Gain of about 5, but let's wait for the referee's call. There's a look at the laundry on the field. They discussed with Alex Jemmy the call. Looks like an illegal block. That's on the offense, so they'll push this one back. It gives the defense their option, but I'm sure they'll elect to push them back.
Illegal block, pushing the rear on the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
So we're going to redo first down. So a big penalty kind of backing them up. They're going to be inside their own 20 now. The 18-yard line to be exact. Take a quick moment again. Thank our presenting partners, Leona 625. With their help, helping We Digital Productions bring you all the 2023 OFSA Bowl Series here at St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. 1st and 20. From the gun, Sawyer Emmett, the lefty, heaves one. He's got a man near side, just off the fingertips. The wide receiver kind of overran that one. So that'd be great to see that one again if we can, as Gabe Van Morsel was out there, but he might have outrun his quarterback's arm there. So the lefty, not a huge quarterback, and he kind of overrun it. We kind of missed it there, but just overran the football. The defensive back was having trouble finding where that one is, where it was coming. So they had a big chance there on 1st and 20, now 2nd and 20. Drops back the pass again. Quick hitter on the far side. Beats one man, but beautiful tackle. A nice tackle on the far side. A couple of players kind of slow getting up. So that looked like Jackson Baker on the reception. So we'll see the quick hit to the outside. And watch him get wrapped up immediately. A beautiful tackle. That's Dalla Valentina again. Already the second time we've called the big linebacker's name. So almost halfway through this first quarter, the punt team is on for the Lancers. Little bit of a breeze in his face, but you look at the different flags, they're going different directions. Just a little short kick. He had trouble. No flag. They blow it dead. So they're going to have the ball in great position, 31, 32-yard line. So there was quite a bit of a rush in on the punter there, and he didn't get much on that at all. So the Marauders are going to set up shop in great field position. Ball's on the 32, already in plus territory. Somerville, the QB, from the gun. He's got a back with him. Fakes the handoff, kind of drifts over to the right. He's got a receiver there. It's caught. Far side, dragged down. A big gain. And that's Graham Walters on the catch. Walters, the halfback slash DB, 6'2", grade 12 senior. You can see the little play action. They fake the handoff inside, a little quick bootleg to the out, and hits his man for a first down. It's now 1st and 10. They still can get another first down. 2-yard line will be the line to gain. Somerville, hands off again, right up the gut. Gets pushed down and ripped down right near the marker. Should be another first down. And that was Kasuchi. It looked like 22. So they're mixing it up. Mitchell Kasuchi, 5'9" back. They're quickly back to the huddle. They want to go quick here on 2nd and short. Quarterback takes it again, just goes right tackle, and he falls into the end zone. Another Marauders touchdown. So the Lancers can't stop the Marauders here early in this one. A little bit of talking after that touchdown. As we'll see, he kind of just hops over his garden tackle and takes that path into the end zone. And the second touchdown run for Somerville. As we mentioned earlier, he had 6 during the season, and now he's already added 2 more in under 8 minutes of play here in the first quarter. Point after, chipped up and good. So it looks like we're going to have a bit of a shootout. You see on the board, both teams still with 2 timeouts. 21 points scored already in less than 8 minutes. So hopefully we'll see one of those shootouts, one of the higher scoring games maybe we've seen today or throughout this bowl series. I'm sure we'll show that stat later on of all the games that We Digital Productions has covered for you. So good spirits over on the A.N. Myer bench. The Marauders, again, they've had 3 OSSA Bowl wins, and they were a powerhouse in the 60s through the 90s. And they're back here on the top stage again here at the OSSA Bowl series. So Dave Buchanan has to be liking what he's seeing so far from the Marauders out of the Niagara Falls region, playing on the UCC Lancers from Chatham, Ontario, home of Fergie Jenkins. There's the little chip. It is caught. Tries to run it back, so it's going to be good field position. So that's 3 times in a row they've tried that little lefty pooch on the far side. And number 12 comes up with that one. So now that they should know what the Marauders are looking to do. So I'm sure the coaching staff, special teams coach, is going to have them ready for that play. There's the defense coming out. That's big number 33, Maglicic. As Sawyer Emmett walks his team to the line. He's got two backs with him. A couple receivers on either side. It's going to be a run. That looked like it might have been offside on the offense, but we'll see. And he's brought down after a gain of around 7 or 8 yards. Call it 7, but let's, again, another flag. Seen a lot of flags over the first 2 days of this OFSA Bowl series. So it was Roberts on the run. And we'll look for our referee for the official call. And it's actually the defense jumped. So I would guess, again, they would take the 5 and keep the down. But they're getting their options from Alex Giammi.
Outside on the defense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And they do. They take the 5, keep the down. So we'll see that we couldn't see the offside on the play, but it was a nice run by Roberts nonetheless. It won't count in the stat book as the 5-yard penalty takes over for that. So 1st and 5. Ball's at the 51. Lots of receivers near side. There's 3. Hands it off up the middle. Nowhere to go. That's Church gets dragged down. So Dalla Valentina, again, all over the place for the Marauders. As we look at Church get torn down again. So they get to the line. This is going to be a big second down. 2nd and 4 to go. Quick hitter, near side. It's caught for the first down. Still a battle. They blow it dead finally, but a big first down for the Lancers. And that's number 80. That's Gabe Van Morsel. So Van Morsel also plays defensive end, but kind of playing that tight end role. And you can see if trying to get shoved forward, getting some help from Bayless, as it took 2 or 3 Marauder players to wrestle him down. So first down. Back to pass again, looks right. Just overthrown the receiver. Kind of threw it too much over the back shoulder. Jalen Bayless, the intended receiver. It falls in, incomplete. So maybe a little bit rushed there, Sawyer Emmett. As you look at Bayless head back towards the huddle, grade 11 receiver. You'll have another year with this squad again. Last game of the year for these teams. Both of them pretty high-scoring teams. And we've seen that so far, as 21 points have been scored already in this first quarter. So we got a lot of motion going left side. Little option, quarterback has it, finally pitches it late. Robert spins and gets ripped down. Again, let's call it 5. So that's a nice little option from Sawyer Emmett. Emmett kept it as long as he could, and at that last second pitched it out, but now it's going to be 3rd down. It looks like the special teams is coming out. So he's looking, and at that last second pitches it out. Maybe a touch high, but a beautiful tackle. That's number 8. That's Walters again. So Walters helped save a first down. And that looks like it's going to bring... It is the punt team. A little high floating snap. He gets it away. Again, great kick, but it's caught at the 30. And he's wrestled down, 37-yard line. Decent coverage. That looked like Walters again on the return, number 7. That's Noah Walters, actually, this time, number 7. He's a 6'1", grade 11 student. Looks like he's a safety and might be the backup quarterback as well. And he's wrestled down. That might have been Van Morsel on the tackle. Somerville. Little push pass, near side. Looking for the corner. Nothing there. Big loss. So they tried the little push pass. You see the little Patrick Mahomes pass. That was Goforth coming in the slot position. And watch the little push here. So this is a pass. Goforth had 12 touchdowns this season. So excellent stats from Goforth. He led the team in touchdowns scored. But that's going to lead to 2nd and long. They lost 2 yards on the play. Quarterback from the gun, all by himself. 5 receivers. He holds it, looks near side. It's caught, fighting for the first down marker. He's got it. A beautiful catch and run as Dante DeMario with the catch and the first down. If they could have wrapped him up on that reception, they would have been able to hold him short for a yard or two, but Somerville able, look at all the time in the world. Could have had a lead for a while. He had all time to throw. And look at him spin around the defensive back, enough to get the first down. From the gun, hands it off the big hole, finally brought down 5 yards, but he was able to get through that first line untouched. That looked like Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback, also plays on defense as one of the tacklers. That looked like another running back. I think I saw 24, Boland, on the run. Travis Boland, 6-footer, grade 11. Somerville, kind of a high snap again. Fights off a defender, first down. They're ripping at the ball, but he gets dragged down 35-yard line. Another first down. That's Falconer again. So Falconer doing well, and that's the first quarter. Again, we'll be back second quarter. Dan Dominguez with you. And Myer leads 14-7. We'll be back in a minute.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End-to-end over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
Look at the bench as we're back here at Acumen Stadium. The Lancers looking for a solution on defense. They've been unable to stop this Marauders offense so far. Another run, Somerville keeps. Looking for room, he breaks a couple tackles. He still skips by and gets a huge gain. It's going to be a first down. He's still on his feet. They finally blow it dead. Still not taken down to the turf. So Somerville's been a factor in this one. 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter. And the Lancers still have not stopped this A.N. Myer Marauders offense. That was 22, Lucas Romano in on the tackle. We got looks like a timeout coming now. Might be an injured player on the far side taking a knee in front of the Lancers bench. I don't know if we can catch a number there. I don't know if that's Church. I see a 4. I'm sure we'll get that shortly. As you see, both teams kind of taking a break, but the injured player finally walks off the sidelines, and it was Ben Church heading to the Lancers sideline. So he's in the bench now. So the substitutions came in for Church. They're going to fire this one back up. In the first minute of the second quarter, the Marauders break the huddle. And the Lancers are going to need a stop. They got to stop this high-powered offense. They average 41 points a game. Quarterback keeps. He's got a big hole. Finally hit, but after a big gain. Right now they have no answer for Somerville. Somerville and Falconer have been keeping them on their heels. We've seen a number of these high snaps, but Somerville's been able to go up and get it. And you can see the huge hole on the left side of that offense. So the big O linemen doing their job. I see McRory Grant as one of the big offensive linemen as they go QB again, right side. He's going to walk in easy for his third touchdown of the game. The Marauders offensively are rolling. And the Lancers right now have no answer. They're going to line up for the extra point. That's Daddio looking for the point after. Somerville doing the holding. It's up and good. 21-7 as the A.N. Myer Marauders now lead the Ursuline Lancers 21-7. And the Marauders proving their worth, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, how they, on the coaches poll, were ranked 3 in the province, and I believe it was 20th in the national ranks. Yeah, it was 20th. Putting up a great battle. So we've definitely proven that they are definitely one of the top teams in Ontario as well as the country. So again, we'll see how the Lancers can respond. That's Baker back as one of the kick returns. Well, we've seen the pooch. This should be near side is what they've been doing, the little lefty pooch kick. And there it is again. They got a receiver there this time. They're going to run it back, but the coverage is there right away. So that was Jackson Baker on a short return. And that was Della Valentina in on the tackle, among others. As we look again, there's 4 or 5 guys. Della Valentina was one. Looked like it might have been Boland as well. Good look at the defense, some of the up-front defenders. Led on the line, that's Dusgan, number 11. He's joined by Gungor on the defensive line. Sawyer Emmett looks for blockers, keeps it himself, cuts back, big run. That's enough for a first down, just past the midfield stripe. And the Lancers are moving the ball. So Della Valentina, again, one of the tacklers. But Sawyer Emmett, the grade 11 lefty QB, and he gets all the way into the defensive backfield before he's ripped down. 9.5 to go here, first half. Cool evening, but the wind is not as big of a factor as we've seen all day yesterday, with the wind and the snow yesterday. The field is pretty much clear. Ball's on the turf. Looking for one. Now he cuts back, gets a block. Big block. That's going to be a penalty. It's coming back. That's a blindside hit. So this is going to come back and going to be a huge penalty. And we can see it coming, the blindside hit. So that's definitely coming back on the blindside block. It's a dangerous play. As soon as you saw C.J. Roberts kind of cut that ball back, it puts a lot of those defenders in a prone position. And he got lit up, so that's going to be a blindside hit. And we'll wait. Yep, they're already pointing that direction. And here's Alex Giammi. Hopefully will look this way and give us the official word, giving the defense their options first. They're going to back them up because they're not going to want to accept that run.
Unnecessary roughness. Blindside block on the offense. Second down.
So that's a loss of down as well. So a big deal. That's a loss of down on the blindside hit. So you'll watch it here. He just fumbles the ball, scoops it up on the logo, and when he comes back, right there, number 1 hits number 1. So Countryman kind of laid out his number mate, Della Valentina. So not only a loss of yardage, a loss of down. So they're discussing it. The coach seems satisfied as the Lancers are backed up quite a bit. Dave Buchanan leading his Marauders. Referee in a little bit of discussion as we look at that blindside hit again as the number ones come together. As Roberts comes around the edge. You got a good gain on that one after you drop the ball. So 2nd and 18, ball is on the 50. So we're going to have to see Sawyer Emmett put this ball up in the air. We haven't seen Countryman. Now we have a whistle. Is this a timeout now? The referees are coming together again. Making sure everybody's on the same page. Looked like the coach, that's probably Morgan, had a question for the sideline official. And Morgan is getting the answer. And we're blown back into play. So Emmett drops back, scrambles. The lefty heaves it up. He's got a man. It's a little underthrown. It's picked off. It's going to get returned a little bit to the 50-yard line. Again, not enough arm strength from the smaller lefty QB. And that's Goforth. He had 12 TDs on the year, but also playing a little bit of defensive back. Playing safety today, and Goforth is able to get over. You can kind of backpedaling the QB, but you can see 3 defenders underthrowing his receiver. That was Jaden Bayless, the intended receiver. But an interception, and with a 21-7 lead, the Marauders have it again, and they've yet to be stopped in this one. The high-powered offense, again, 41 points a game, and they've only given up 3 points a game. That's Goforth. Goforth kind of skips over to his left, and finally gets dragged back 4 yards, but they'll give him forward progress. So it looks like he got 8 on the play. I think that's one of the first carries we saw for Goforth. We saw him on the push pass as well. So C.J. Roberts was in there. Number 12, that was Tesman Haddon. His brother, Tayshawn, also a defensive back on the team. I believe they're twins, I think I've been told. So still from the gun, Somerville again. Hands off up the middle. Gets ripped down near the marker. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short. He is. 3rd down. I imagine they're going to go for this.
It looks like nowhere to go there for Mitchell Kasuchi.
Kasuchi with the short gain.
And that's going to be 3rd down.
7:20 and counting to go here in quarter number 2. Dan Dominguez here with you at the We Digital team. On a cold Tuesday night in Windsor, Ontario. Quarterback sneaking coming. There it is. Hopped over to the left side. He's got a bit of a gain and easily gets the 1st down. Somerville has been great. He doesn't do the traditional QB sneak up the middle. He'll usually hop, and you'll see here on the replay, he kind of hops over to the guard tackle area, and you can see around the edge. So as the line kind of collapses up the middle, he'll easily dance around and go outside for the 1st down, and we've seen him score 3 touchdowns rushing already. All 3 scores on the ground from their star QB. Another bit of a high snap, handed on up the middle. Another good gain. That's 25. That's Falconer again. And you see some of the big blocking from the guys up front. McRory Grant among them. I saw 75 Thomas Alexander on that left tackle. Or he actually looks like the right guard now on this one. So a big offensive line. Handoff again. Nice tackle. That's Jack Countryman, the defensive end. There is a flag down. So we'll see if there's an offside somewhere. Falconer, that's a beautiful tackle. Just leaped over his teammate Church for the tackle, looking for Alex Jemmy as he's getting the word. And the call from Jemmy upcoming.
There are 2 flags on the plate. Offside, defense. Unnecessary roughness, block below the waist, defense. First down.
So a couple of penalties, an offside penalty plus an objectionable conduct. So a couple of penalties going. And a chop block, a low block. So a block below the waist. I don't know if we can see the block if we have a chance to look at it again quickly. So the Marauders are pushing them back. They have no answer to stop this Marauder offense so far. Right side, Somerville looking for a place, cuts back, spins around and gets gang tackled. 95, Benedict Knowles, one of the tacklers. And you see a nice block, 75. It's always, when 75 can see one of those low numbers, Tomlix Alexander loves to hit those little guys and send them flying. Alexander, a grade 12 student, 6-foot offensive lineman. He's joined on his right side by big Cade Ivanchuk. Handoff, left side, tries to find the far end. That's Falconer. Falconer has a man around his waist down near the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. And we're at 4.5 to go now here in the first half. And A.N. Myer is going up and down the field at will right now. You can see Falconer wanted to kind of cut it up the hash mark. Nothing there. And he kind of gave Jack Countryman a bit of a ride. Countryman had him around the waist, but couldn't stop the momentum until a couple of yards later. So Somerville again with the gun. He's going to keep it himself, looking for a hole, and he's going to get ripped down. That's Sawyer Emmett, his counterpart offensively on the tackle.
It looks like Thomas Somerville tries to get in for his 4th there, but he is denied by Sawyer Emmett and a friend.
So Sawyer Emmett also playing in the defensive backfield for the Lancers. Does a nice job to keep him out of the end zone, and finally gets help from Church to push the QB down. 2nd and goal from the 4. 3.5 to go. Somerville from the gun has a couple of backs with him. Falconer keeps it. Somerville throws right side, tipped again, and falls to the turf, incomplete. So it looked like there might have been a couple of hands on it. So C.J. Roberts was over there. This is now 3rd and 4. We'll look at it again as he rolls to the right. We got a timeout, it looks like. You can see one hand, 2 hands, and finally to the turf.
And that's going to be a Marauders timeout. That's their first.
Travis Bolin got a hand on it, and looks like Roberts was over there as well. So a big opportunity for the Lancers to try and pick that off in the end zone. Maybe even have some room to run. But it'll set up a potential field goal. But if they look to keep the offense on the field, and it looks like there is a huddle I can see on the far side at the 20-yard line. Looks like the coaching staff talking to him. So here's Monday's scores from our We Digital games. The Simcoe Bowl, Bear Creek took care of Chaminade 25-0. The Northern Bowl, Assumption College defeated Hammersholt 21-4. Metro Bowl, we still have time. Richview 22-7. They defeated Holy Trinity. And then last night in the Western Bowl, in the cold, snowy conditions, the South Lions out of London defeated St. Mary's 33-0 with the huge quarterback Andre Thompson and Kanye Nethersole at running back really doing a number on St. Mary's. And a beautiful look at the St. Clair College, our wonderful host for this tournament. We'll be here this year and next year as well for the 2023 OFSA Championship Bowl Series. As here we go, we're ready to go. The offense on the field, Somerville. Somerville keeps, scrambles, little toss, towards the end zone. He's just short. Looks like he's brought down on the 1-inch line. Travis Boland has the reception, but doesn't cross the line. And a huge stop to keep this game at 21-7. So you can see he's got Countryman in his face, flips it over Countryman's head, and a beautiful job of tackling. That looks like 14, Jackson Baker with a touchdown saving hit. So I'm not going to call that a game saver, but being down 28-7 in the first half would be tough to come back from. So we'll see if the Lancers can get out of their own end zone now. Here as they're 109 yards away from pay dirt. Nice hole, and they have some breathing room. So a big 9-yard gain. That looks like church, and it was. The grade 13 student taking an extra year to play with these Lancers. Doing a nice job as their big back. He's kind of their yard eater, their lead back. And the big plays, we just heard the 3-minute whistle. C.J. Robert, we see for the big plays. If they can get him to the outside, he can score you those 50-yard plus touchdowns. Second and short. I imagine they're going to go something safe here, but they're going wide. He's got to cut it back upfield. And that's going to be short. I don't like that call personally. I would rather seen something up the gut with Church to get that first down. They decided to go Roberts. You can see just patiently waiting outside, but the Marauders are too good for that. Look at 5 shirts around them. And up the middle with Church would have been much better on 2nd and 1. Did get it, so a good spot. Dangerous call, in my opinion. So they gave him a favorable spot. On the replay, it didn't look like he got it, but first down. Ahmed again, looking right side. Finally cuts it up the hash marks. Gain of a couple. Looks like he got maybe 3. So that's Majlicic on the tackle, 33. He had help. Someone around the ankles there brought him down as well. I couldn't quite get a number on that one. Looked like it might have been 24, Travis Boland. So a big 2nd and 7, still back on their own 14-yard line. Pitch out, looks like a little razzle-dazzle. It is. Another backside block. It's coming back. Another blindside block. They're going to call that every time. High school football, definitely. Yeah, blindside block. It could be the down and distance, yeah. But we'll see what they call. So that's a big penalty. We'll watch it again on the end around. So Robert gets it. Hands it along the far side. That's DJ Phillips. He does a lot of their kick returns. And then I kind of saw it off to the side of the screen as we get the official word from Alex Giammi. Oh, they're going to
There is no flag.
pick it up.
First down.
Lancers, they pick up that flag. So a huge break for the Lancers as they pick that flag up. So with 1:43 to go, the A.N. Myer Marauders from Niagara Falls are ahead 21-7 against the Ursuline College Lancers out of Chatham. So they started this drive from their own 1. They've got it out past the 20, and they got another fresh set of downs. A little handoff. Looking for an end. Again, taking his time, trying to cut back. He does. Patiently takes his time to cut it back, and eventually there is a flag on the far side. As we looked, that was CJ Roberts coming up a little bit lame there, but he looks like he's okay. They're discussing the flag. And the referee getting called in from the far side. So we're going to have a full-on referee conference on this one as Alex Giambi brings his crew in to discuss. Sawyer Emmett walks over towards his coaching staff a little bit to get the next play call. So Giambi looks like he's going to have a call for us here shortly.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15 yards.
So objectionable conduct. Unnecessary roughness. Let's see if I can spot it anywhere. Watching the replay, I don't see anything yet. Didn't see anything there. Could have been a way off the ball. That looks like a procedure penalty. So that'll move the offense back. So we get the call from Giambi. So we're at 1:34 to go here in the second quarter. The Marauders lead the Ursuline Lancers 21-7. The Lancers break the huddle. Sawyer Emmett, 1st and 15 now it should be. Fakes the pitch out. The lefty fires, got a receiver wide open at the hash. Fights through one tackle, spins, and gets wrestled down short of the first down. And that looks like Van Morsel again, the big tight end. As they hurry up now a little bit, he got 14 yards on that first down play. So 2nd and 1. Just under a minute and a half. That gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. That's Della Valentina batting that one down. That's the play earlier where we saw number 80. That was Van Morsel with the nice catch and run. But the next one we saw it get batted down at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be, should be 3rd and 1 now. We haven't updated on the scoreboard yet. So this is a big 3rd and 1, as you expect. Yep, they're going to go for it. I see Church in the backfield. Under center now. Sawyer Emmett keeps it himself, and it looks like he's going to have enough. He crosses it. That's a big first down. As Sawyer Emmett goes, and a late flag. So that could be a big penalty if it's on the defense. Referees discuss again. That's one thing we've seen over the first 2 days of this tournament. This is now game number 7. There have been pretty flag-filled games. We saw a game yesterday with 25-plus penalties, with over 250 yards of penalties. And here's the call from Giambi.
There is no flag on the player. Result, first down.
So they picked the flag up. So the first down stands, so no flag. I think they're going to call on that little suplex action on number 11 on Duzgan. Dennis Duzgan, easy for me to say. Here's a big pass up the seam. Oh, almost picked off. 2 defenders in the area. So the Lancers working quickly. Just over a minute to go. 64 seconds here in the first half. You can see everybody bundled up on the far side. It's a cold night here at St. Clair College. We're high atop the Leuna 625 broadcast booth here at Acumen Stadium. They blow this one dead. Ursuline has 2 timeouts. Looks like the ball just got misspotted, so they reset it. And Myer has one timeout on the big board. So it's second down, as they're a little slow updating the big board here in the stadium today. Quick hit out, far side. That's kind of not on the same page. Threw it well out in front of his receiver. That's Jaden Bayless, the intended receiver. So that's third down, so they'll probably have to boot this away. And yeah, here comes the special teams unit. So it was a good effort. They started that drive, as you recall, back on their 1 yard line after the big stop. And they got it out to the 52, but they've had a little trouble punting the ball as well. So we'll see if they can push Myer back and try and keep this just a 2-score game. As we're into the final minute, and we have a whistle, and that looks like a timeout for the offense. So we have a quick break here for you on the timeout. So we have a minute to go. So we recap the first half. We'll recap some of the earlier games from today instead. So on day 2 of the OFSA Football Bowl Series, the Independent Bowl, Herman ran all over St. Michael. So the local Herman Green Griffins under legendary coach Harry Lumley, they win 35-0. And in a big matchup, 1 and 2 in the province, Huron Heights destroys Corpus Christi 37-2. Just a safety, the only points to get on the board for Corpus Christi. And then currently at the Central Bowl is where we stand a minute before halftime. The Marauders lead 21-7 against the Lancers as the punt team comes out. They're under center, so they're not going to punt this. So this is a big play here in the second quarter. Pumps, he's got room on the near side. Let's see if he runs it. A throw downfield and a lot of coverage. And the ball falls to the turf. So that ball is going to come all the way back to the 52-yard line. Again, I'm going to question that call. I'd rather see him punt it away, but they have been having trouble with their punting. Emmett had a lot of arms in his face. And look at the speed at number 1. Della Valentina, the big 6'4" defender, just chasing down the smaller quarterback. Normally you'd like to see them just boot it away, try and get to the locker room down 2 touchdowns. But the Lancers, I guess, they needed to score to try and stay in this game. And we'll see if the defense can hold. Big pass near side. Through the fingertips of the receiver. And that's Graham Walters. Couldn't hang on to that one. 46 seconds. And we'll see Somerville from the gun. This takes pretty much just a little 2-step drop back and fires it. We saw it hit the hands, but go through the hands of Walters. Somerville again. In the gun by himself now. He's rolling right. Throws on the run near side. It's caught at the markers. First down. A huge reception. Graham Walters with the catch. This time the ball didn't slip through the fingers there for big number 8. He's able to pull that ball in and get enough to gain a Marauders first down. So you can see him throwing on the run. That's a good job. Sometimes throwing on the run, you'll see that ball sail on a QB. But he's able to keep it down, and Walters secures the catch and gets the first down with 41 seconds to go in the first half. Lancers need a stop. Another big throw, far side, 2 defenders are there. Falls incomplete. I think it's a good job by the receiver playing a little bit of defensive back, as there's 2 defensive players there. It looks like DeMario over there had to knock it away from 2 Lancer defenders. So that's number 12. That's Haddon, along with Romano on the far side, the DBs and safety, almost coming up with that one. But DeMario kind of knocks it away. 35 now. We have 4 receivers on the far side, 2 on the near. Somerville kind of more of a pistol set, not a big, deep gun. Looking left, looking middle. He's got time. Now he runs right. Tries to cut back, beats a defender. Big tackle, ripped that down short of the line to gain. A nice tackle. Is that Sawyer Emmett again, I think? It was Emmett. So the quarterbacks getting familiar with each other. So 3rd and 2. 25 seconds to go. I'm sure they'll keep the offense on the field. And watch this nice tackle. He kind of jumped past Van Morsel. And Sawyer Emmett, we've seen do a great job tackling. Great form tackling as the timeout is called. As you look at the sticks on the near side. So the timeouts, and Myer is now out of timeouts as they're have used. Ursuline still has one left. The coaching staff talking to Sawyer Emmett, quarterback slash kind of safety on the team, but a great tackler as well. We've got to thank our presenting partners, Leuna 625 again, for helping We Digital Productions bring you this 2023 OFSA Bowl, the Bowl Series from St. Clair College here at Acumen Stadium. And there's the Leuna 625. If you want to build with the best, train with the best, Leuna 625. So they're looking to break the huddle. There come the Marauders. As you see Ben Church along with Emmett. And then some of the big boys up front as well. I saw Landon Bardole there. Little to throw, kind of damn up, looking for the first down. He's got it, and he's got room to spare. Church, sorry, that's 15. Baker at the tackle. And with 17 seconds to go, they're going to quickly huddle up, and they have time. So Somerville been the star of this first half. 3 touchdown runs. As Baker makes the tackle. Clock moving. Looks to throw. Throws up the middle. It's intercepted! C.J. Roberts, if he can get loose, he's going to be tough to catch. He's got one man on the far side. Now it's one-on-one. 40-yard line. He's going to have to cut it. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! A huge pick six for the Lancers. C.J. Roberts. Oh, my. He got that ball and turned on the Jets as the cowbells are ringing out of from Chatham. C.J. Roberts with a game-changing pick six as time expires on the clock. The UCC Lancers with a massive interception. C.J. Roberts slices across the D. And we'll hopefully look at this a couple times if we can save this one. Underthrows the receiver, gets by one man, two man, and then just turns on the Jets, blows past Somerville, and it's all she wrote. Has one man to beat, and he has one more gear, and there it is. A massive touchdown. So we can save that one. I want to see that one again when we have time. There's a player coming off the field slow, big number 50. That's Dennis Gungor. Looks like he's okay, just a little slow getting off on that one. Reminiscent of the James Harrison touchdown back for the Pittsburgh Steelers with that huge pick six in Arizona a number of years ago to end the half. I don't think Harrison can run like C.J. Roberts can run. The point after Larson. Has a little trouble with it, but chips it through the uprights. And that's going to be, there was a late flag. Let's see what's, hang on while we see the flag. Looks like it's, no, he just dropped his flag, so it's halftime. So we'll take a look at that touchdown after the break. But right now, we're going to look one more time. I want to look at it again. Look at that from about the 6-yard line. Just sprinting past the far side. 104-yard touchdown on the interception. And as he heads to the end zone, we're going to head to the break. We're going to take a quick break to warm up. Dan Dominguez with you. Don't go anywhere. We got a great game. A.N. Myer leads Ursuline 21-14. We'll be back after a little break.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
I'm Mark Hees, president of Canuck Stuff. I'm here with lead designer Freddie, who designed all these great OFSA designs. Hey, how do you get OFSA gear? Well, you go to the OFSA shop. There's the link above. You come to our store here at Canuck Stuff. We have an OFSA gear section. Come to one of our championships, and you get all this custom championship logo gear. And, hey, pay attention to our social media channels, where we'll be having a lot of contesting to get more gear.
Nice.
Come and join us.
Have an awesome day.
Hey everyone, it's a very special year for OFSA in 2023-2024. High schools, to mark our 75th anniversary, April 24th has been designated OFSA Day. It's not too late to apply for a $300 grant funded by the Ministry of Education. Use it towards mass participation in an activity in your school on the big day. Just visit ofsa.on.ca/programs/OFSA Day and apply today. Let's all participate to celebrate our milestone by getting all students moving this April.
When I was in high school, my team felt like a family. We were a family. We did everything together. It wasn't just drills and early practices. It was everything in between. We had so much fun, and it was our coaches who made it happen. Now I'm coaching, and I see myself in my team. They're learning, working hard, and building their own friendships, just like I did. That's why I coach.
I remember the tournaments, the championships, the ride to road games, when you forget you're a high school student for a while. But now I'm behind the bench, I'm picking up new things for my students. There's so much you can learn on the field that you simply can't learn in the classroom. I look at my students, the joy on their faces, and that's why I coach.
The friendships we formed, the character we built, that's what I remember. I don't want to be just that guy with the clipboard and whistle. I want to inspire my students, like my parents and coaches did for me. I still look up to them, and I want to be that positive force in my students' lives. That's why I coach. The friendships we formed, the character we built, that's what I remember.
My team felt like a family. We were a family. We did everything together. It wasn't just drills and early practices. It was everything in between.
I remember the tournaments, the championships, the ride to road games, when you forget you're a high school student for a while.
I don't want to be just that guy with the clipboard and whistle. I want to inspire my students, like my parents and coaches did for me.
There's so much you can learn on the field that you simply can't learn in the classroom.
We had so much fun, and it was our coaches who made it happen.
I still look up to them, and I want to be that positive force in my students' lives.
They're learning, working hard, and building their own friendships, just like I did. That's why I coach.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium, second half action. And we're going to show you how that first half ended in spectacular fashion as Somerville tries to throw it over the middle. And the grade 10 student, C.J. Roberts, cuts across the middle at about the 6-yard line and eventually passes Somerville. He's got one more man to beat as he's turning on the Jets. It's still going fast. We have it in slow motion, but he's still flying down the sidelines. See the coaching staff trying to keep up with him. Falconer couldn't catch up to him as he turned on the Jets that extra fifth gear and a 104-yard touchdown to make this a 21-14 ball game. So the Marauders had a chance to make this a 3-score game, but instead we got a ball game here as we're just getting ready to start the second half. Dan Dominguez here with you on the call, along with the We Digital crew, as you look at some of the highlights from the first half. That was Roberts again. He's their star player. A couple of touchdowns today, one offensive, one defensive. Somerville with 3 rushing touchdowns. You see the quarterback there throwing the interception, but he has 3 touchdowns runs for the Marauders. And C.J. Roberts is a star in the making. Find that name, write it down, and we'll see him in a couple more years of high school ball. He's going to be devastating in the next year or two for these Lancers. And you can see he just had an extra gear. That's a running back he's just pulling away from. Falconer, a fast running back, 5'8", grade 11, and he's just pulling away distance from him for the huge pick 6. We're at St. Clair College, home of the Saints. There are hosts here, as you see the Zeckelman Center, the Business Center. We're high atop Acumen Stadium in the Leuna 625 broadcast booth. I'd like to thank Leuna 625 being our presenting partners for this 2023 OFSA Bowl Series. This is the 7th game we've done so far. It's been a chilly couple of days. So there was a penalty at the end of the half, and you can see it's now on the 50-yard line. So they moved the ball up. So they applied that penalty at the end of the half. So the Lancers look to back them up quite a bit here. And Alex Jimmy blows it into play. Little pooch near side. It's caught, and he's quickly ripped out at the 35. Nice coverage. So it's a good opportunity. I think that's a good play by the Lancers to try and see if they can get something going here early in the second half. As that ball, like I said, a little pooch, and that's DeMario, able to get underneath it and make the catch, but he's quickly tackled, and they'll start up shop at the 35, their own 35. First and 10. Third ranked provincially, the A.N. Myer Marauders from Niagara Falls. They're led by head coach Dave Buchanan. Up against Scott Morgan and his UCC Lancers. Somerville hands off. Bounces it outside. That's Falconer. There's a flag, so that's probably going to be a hold to come back. And he gets dragged down for 6, but we'll wait for Alex Giemme. I would imagine that'd be a likely hold from that spot, but we'll see. I saw an early indication of holding, so that's going to get backed up.
On the offense, it's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So indeed, that's the call from our head referee, Alex Giemme, a holding call. So that's going to back up the Marauders. We'll see if we can catch the hold here on the replay. Looks like I saw number 11. Looks like he was involved. That looks like Dusgan that had the hold. From the gun, Somerville pulls it down now, running left side. He's got a couple of men chasing him. Nice block. Able to get the corner and finally rip down. But still a long way from the first down. Countryman was over there for the Lancers. He brought it up the throw, and you can see Countryman, number 1, chasing him down. And Countryman finally tries to actually rip that ball. You probably want to see the Somerville get the ball over to that left hand. He had it on the right hand, and that's always at risk to get it ripped away. So 2nd and 14. Somerville from the gun. He's got 3 receivers near side, too far. Looks near. Again, pulls it down again. Looking for the run. He's going to get the first down and more. A huge first down for Somerville. So he pulls the ball down. They didn't really have a spy on him. So he's able to scamper for a first down. As Somerville's over talking to the coach, getting the next play. And that's a huge play on 2nd and 14 to get a first down. That moves the ball all the way to the 51. The first possession of this second half. 21-14, Marauders lead the Ursuline Lancers. Couple of running backs in near the gun, lots of motion. High snap again. Tries to cut back a few times. Cuts right, cuts left, and finally hit hard after about a 3-yard run. That's Goforth getting hit. And the Lancers send him flying back. And you can see, we've seen this a number of times, the high snap, so the center having a little bit of trouble getting the ball to Somerville. And you see, kind of dances left, dances right, and finally cuts back again. The defense holds him, but there's number 7 again, Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback with the big hit. Also playing defensive back in the defensive backfield. So 2nd and long. Back to throw, a lot of room near side, throws on the runs, got a receiver. Looks like he caught it. They're saying no. They're going to have to discuss this. There's going to be a conference here. Incomplete, they're calling now. So Alex Giammi came all the way from the referee's position to say it was incomplete. So let's see if we can slow it down all the way at the very end to see if we can see the ball hit the ground as the punt team looks to come on. Throws it on the run. And we can't quite see it on that angle. But head referee Giammi came in from the back to rule it incomplete. Good job by the officials coming together to get the correct call. You see Goforth hanging around on the far side, so we got to keep an eye on him, but they do punt. Couple of hoppers, and they're finally coming near side. Outruns the first man. That's DJ Phillips. DJ Phillips tackled down hard at the 30-yard line. So DJ Phillips ran a long way across the field. Dennis Dusgan, the big 6'2", grade 11, chases him down. And you can see Phillips running a lot of east and west. But look at number 11. He's going to catch up to him eventually. Here he comes. And number 11 just lands on him hard. He never gave up on that play. So that's, well, I think the referee pointed the wrong direction. He pointed towards the offense.
Correction, we have unnecessary roughness face mask against Myer. That's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Alex Giammi corrects himself. He calls the face mask. He pointed the wrong direction at first, corrected himself, and there's a face mask on the defense. So that's going to bail out the Lancers a little bit. They're going to have pretty good field position as they move the ball up to the 46 on this one. 8:43 to go and counting. Sawyer Emmett. Handoff up the middle, Church. Church lowers his shoulder for about a 4-yard gain. You can see lots of motion. They fake the ball to C.J. Roberts, and any time you even think about giving the ball to C.J. Roberts, that defense has to be aware. The phenomenal grade 10 student kind of flipped this game on its ear as the Marauders look to go up by 21 at the end of the half. But CJ had other ideas and ran a pick six back 104 yards to make it the score 21-14 where we sit now. And there's Roberts. Roberts kind of dances far side. He's not going to have a lot of room. That's one thing we do see with Roberts. Kind of that old Le'Veon Bell, for anyone who remembers him, would kind of dance in the backfield and be a little bit patient in the backfield trying to find that hole, and then they just explode when he sees it. So we'll watch again on the replay. He's looking, and finally turns it upfield, but recovered well by the Marauders to bring up the third down and about 6. Here's a look at the sticks on the near side. They're going to go for it here as they trail by 7. We'll see if Emmett has to put this ball in the air now. Good snap. The lefty's back. Fires it over the middle. And it's caught. He stays on his feet. Now he fumbles the ball. Oh, my. He turns the ball over on the catch and fumble. CJ Roberts had it. And he was one step away from breaking away for a touchdown. So a huge play. Sawyer Emmett gets it to his star player, CJ Roberts. And watch this. Goes up and gets it. Spins away. 1, 2, 3. And then just rips the ball away. Number 6, Evan Goforth, with maybe a touchdown-saving strip fumble and recovery. And the Marauders have the ball in their own 35. If he doesn't bring down CJ Roberts there, he's gone. Quarterback tucks. Oh, look at the hole. This is a massive hole up the middle. First down, Somerville. So that's something that the Lancers are going to have to make an adjustment. They're going to have to keep some sort of spy on Somerville because Somerville is getting way too much room when he brings that ball down. There's no one watching him. He has all sorts of room. So Somerville's been the main offensive weapon for the Marauders so far, and Myer. There he goes again. Look at the hole again. Easily picks up 5 more. Maybe 6. So the big bodies up front doing their job for the Marauders. The Lancers not making an adjustment so far. And look, you could drive a truck through that hole. Cade Ivanchuk, one of the big offensive linemen you see, helping create that space. Somerville again. High snap. Ball's on the ground. He picks it up and now still tries to scramble. He's not going to go anywhere. And wrestled down. So I'm going to say again, we'll see on the snap. How many times have you seen that high snap to the quarterback? So the center having a little trouble getting the ball back to Somerville. And we'll see here on the snap. Somerville, not a super tall quarterback. He's 5'11". And the center just almost airmails it. And he just never had a good handle on it. It just threw off the entire rhythm of the play. Punt team is out, and you'll see Goforth on the close side, so we'll keep an eye on him. And that's kicked out of bounds. You'll see the reason they have Goforth back here. Any player that is the punter or behind the punter is eligible to receive that punt. So he can create like an onside punt, as you see in Canadian football, is I guess the best way to describe it. So he becomes an eligible receiver, and he's able to try and be behind the punter when that ball is kicked and try and hustle downfield as long as they get past the yard to gain. So the Lancers, after all that, have the ball at the 50. 4:44 and counting. Sawyer Emmett back in the gun. Another poor snap. It's on the turf. Battle for it. Who's got it? Looks like Emmett might have fallen on it. He did. So both teams having a little trouble on the exchange. And there is a whistle. There's a player down as we look at the replay. And you can see just gets a hand on it and has to dive on it to save it. And that's Gungor, number 50. I think we've seen him walk off a couple times now. So he's been dealing with something. And there's our schedule for tomorrow. We got a couple more to go. The National Capital Ball, I'll be calling that one with you. 10 a.m. Frontenac against St. Joseph. And that's followed up. Justin Prince is going to have the last game of the OFSA Bowl Series as St. Roque against St. Thomas A. Stewart will finish up this fantastic bowl series you've seen here at St. Clair College. So here's the snap on 2nd and long. He throws it in the seam. Oh my goodness, tipped off the defender and into the receiver's hands. Oh my. Jackson Baker gets the lucky reception. It looked like a sure pick interception. And it just bounced off the defensive back right into Baker's hand, and Baker just got a gift wrap present there with the first down on 2nd and long. So momentum on the side of the Lancers currently. Emmett back to throw again, near side, dangerous. It falls incomplete, so not a lot on that throw by Emmett, and a really dangerous throw on the near side as Baker is there. And we'll see which replay this is. This looks like the tip. And look at that, right in the hands of the defender, and a gift wrap for Baker for that big first down. 24, couldn't believe he didn't intercept. That's Travis Bolin, the linebacker. 21-14, 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Dan Dominguez here with you. We Digital Productions. Sawyer Emmett keeps. He's got some blockers. Cuts back. He's got a bit of a hole. Gets dragged down a couple yards shy of a first down. So that's going to be close enough where I expect they're going to go for it. As Emmett hustles over to talk to his coaching staff. And you look at see a Church and Countryman out front of him. Van Morsel. And then also the big bodies. Max McCracken, one of them, leading the way. So the Lancer crowd in this game now, as they only trail by 7. They're on the 39-yard line. They need a couple yards here on 3rd down. Handoff, Church. Church powers his way. That's going to be a first down for Church. There might be a player down. A couple players just slow. Some of the big fellows getting up a little bit slower in this hard-fought match. There is a whistle and there is a player down. So we'll have a short break as we saw that first down. That's Benjamin Maglicic, number 33. He's a 5'11 linebacker, grade 12. As you see some of the guys getting some water here. It's a cold night here at the college. It's been cold. Still a bit of a breeze, but it's funny when you look at this stadium. I'm looking at the right goalpost. The flags are going one way. I look at the left goalpost, and the flags are going the other way. So you don't know what's going on the field. So it's always kind of a swirly wind here. And you see, that was the fumble earlier we saw from C.J. Robert, where he was maybe one spin move away from breaking it loose. So it's first down, 34-yard line. This time Sawyer Emmett under the center. Handoff, Church. Church gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and gets torn down. That's Della Valentina. Valentina force on defense in this one. And look, he just blew through the line of scrimmage, wrapped up around the waist. And the big 6'4" back linebacker brings down the big running back Ben Church. So a couple of big bodies colliding. And you see some of those big defensive linemen. As Sawyer Emmett sets up shop from the gun. That's Church. Church looking for room. Breaks on one, breaks another. It's going to be short of a first down. So he lowered the boom. You're going to watch 44 on the pitch out. He's got Countryman there and just lays out one defender, just steamrolls him. Hit the hit on the controller and knocked him over. So it's going to be another 3rd and short for the Lancers. Crowd getting a little bit more animated here as the Lancers are trying to get in for a tying score as the first quarter is starting to wind down. We have a timeout on the for the offense. So on this huge 3rd and short, the Lancers want to talk about it. So we have 11 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's been a fast-moving 3rd quarter. As we'll look at some of the replays here. That's Emmett. This could be that tip that we saw right into the defender's hand and a gift. Jackson Baker to keep this drive alive. So we've had a couple of contrasting plays. We saw the fumble from C.J. Roberts where he almost broke it loose for a game-tying touchdown. And then the Marauders almost had a stalling interception just through the defensive back's hands. And Baker finds an early Christmas present in his hand and is able to move the ball forward for a first down. So 11 seconds to go in the 3rd. 3rd and 2, 21. Under center. Gives it outside. He's in trouble. That's a huge loss. Number 1, Della Valentina. A phenomenal play. And look at it. He ripped the shoe right off the back. So C.J. Robert gets his shoe ripped right off him, as well as the change of possession. A turnover on downs. He's going to have to go down and get this shoe on. Let's see if he can do it or have to come off. Watch number 1 just shoot through the line. Shoot through the line. No chance. It didn't even look like someone laid a hand on him through there. I would think the Lancers, that's the first guy you want to look at and know where he's at and have 1 or 2 guys try and handle him. So C.J. Roberts having a little trouble getting that shoe on. So watch number 1 again. Just fight through and just sails in the linebacker. And a huge spot. You can see the shoe goes flying 8-10 yards as C.J. Roberts still can't get that shoe on. So he's going to maybe have to come off for a play. And you see him hobbling off. The turf's probably cold on the bare foot, I would imagine, too. You're watching We Digital Productions. You can see all our games on our We Digital YouTube page. Go to wedigital.ca as this quarter runs out, the final play, and see all the different productions across Windsor-Essex County. Another high snap. Long throw, left side. He's got a receiver open. He's got it. 40, 35, 30, 20. He heads to the house. Touchdown! A huge touchdown. That's Travis Boland on the massive reception. They come up throwing on first down. The final play of the 3rd quarter is a huge touchdown, extending the lead 27-14. 75 yards. Somerville throws it to Boland for a huge TD. So that's 3 runs for Somerville. And now that huge touchdown pass. What a turn of events here again in this one. Extra point pending. And it's through. That should be the final play of the 3rd quarter, and it is. We're going to step away for a moment. 28-14, Dan Dominguez. I'll be back with you in just a minute.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
And we're back here. Huge turn of events again. It's been a back and forth game here. The Marauders with a big 75-yard touchdown to end that third quarter. And they're going to kick it off as they go right to left. Another lefty pooch. Oh, they let the ball go. That's trouble. Who's got it? Who's got it? It looks like the Lancers just came up with it. And let's watch that touchdown again. Somerville, high snap again. Plenty of room, plenty of time in the backfield. Just throws it past two defenders. A nice throw, and Boland has the wheels to go all the way to the house. So the previous drive, the Lancers were driving down the field and got stopped short on 3rd and 2 as they were heading in for a game-tying drive. And we saw even C.J. Roberts almost score when he doubled it on another game-tying drive. But one play, and all of a sudden it's 28-14, Marauders lead. Handoff, Church, big hit, 4 yards. Player slow getting up. That's Della Valentina up again. Valentina got the first one. There's a big hit. 99 looked like got the brunt of that hit. That's big Preston Morrell. That's a 5'9" linebacker. There he is there. 11 minutes to go in this one. It's been a back and forth affair. Some big scores from both teams. Emmett, he tries to throw a nice ball on the far side. He's got a man. Oh, the wide receiver took a bad route to that one. It looked like Van Morsel took a little bit of a poor route up to it. I don't know if we'll be able to catch it on the replay. Just missed it on the play. But kind of stopped and tried to start up again. And it falls incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 7. So 10:40 and counting. The offense stays on the field as they're trailing by 2 touchdowns. They need a big first down here. Emmett drops back. Got a little time in the pocket over the middle. First down for the Lancers. A huge first down. That's Van Morsel again. So a big first down for the Lancers to keep this drive alive. And we'll see what they can do here as we're ticking down under 10 minutes. 1st and 10, ball's on the 50. They break the huddle. The Lancers come to the line. 2 receivers with Emmett. 2 backs with Emmett. Church up the middle. Good gain of about, we'll call it 6 yards. As we'll see on the replay again. As Church does a power run up the middle. Doesn't get touched till he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage and finally wrestled down by the defense. 2nd and 4 to go. And thank LiUNA 65 again, our presenting partners here at We Digital Productions, bringing you this 2023 Central Bowl. Roberts in motion. They come right. Emmett's going to keep. He's got blockers. Not much blocking. Looks like Church missed the block. The ball comes loose, but the quarterback was down. Church didn't get much of a block there. And that's going to be 3rd and long. We'll see that again on the replay. He's got Church 44, and you'd like to see Church do something to that block, but he just chips number 3 and doesn't really do anything with the block. And Dante DeMario comes off the block and gets the hit. So 8.5 to go in this one. Fourth quarter. The and Myer Marauders out of Niagara Falls have a 2-touchdown lead. Throws it near side. That's enough for a first down. Jaden Bayless with the catch. And that moves the sticks. That looks like Restivo on the tackle. The 5'6" DB, grade 12 student. Nice tackle on the near side to keep from getting any further, but he had enough for the first down. On the 48-yard line now. A lot of motion left side. Ben Church up the middle. Bounces off one man. Wrestles his way forward for 3 or 4. Church has been a kind of a beast up the middle. He's good on those up the middle runs. We'll see if they can get the ball into C.J. Roberts' hands soon. With only 7.5 to go, they're going to have to start thinking about starting to score a little bit quicker. And C.J. Roberts is the guy to do that. Roberts in the slot on the far top side of your screen. Emmett drops back but looks the opposite way. He's got a man far side. He's got it near side. Tip down the sideline. Number 11, Jaden Bayless with the reception. That plays out of bounds at the 8-yard line, but a huge throw. Probably the best throw we've seen from Sawyer Emmett today. The cheeks are getting cold. And you'll watch this throw again on the replay. Just kind of skips back, kind of pumps it down once to hold those safeties, and comes over the top of the defender, DeMario, and a beautiful catch. Tries to tiptoe down the sidelines, but goes out of bounds. But they're going to be goal to go. Under 7. Ursuline needs a touchdown here on this drive. They can't settle for anything less. Up the middle, Church skips around near the goal line, looking for the official call. Touchdown, Ben Church, up the middle. The Ursuline Lancers have scored. They're only trailed 28-20 with 6:39 to go. So Church has been a force on those runs up the middle. The big body back is going to power his way. We'll see again on the replay. Emmett hands off. You can see him dance left, dance right. And those final 2 steps as he gets wrestled but gets over the line for the touchdown. As the temperature continues to drop here at Acumen Stadium. A big, important extra point pending. Oh, it's mishit. It was ugly, but did it get through? And it is. It wasn't pretty, but it still counts as 1. So Reed Larson will take it. We'll watch what happened here with Larson. You can see pressure from the outside. Looked like he kind of misstepped. And that's not the prettiest extra point you're going to see, but it still counts the same. So we still have a game here. And Myer leads 28-21, 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dan Dominguez along with you. Going to bring you home on this third bowl game of the day, 7th of the series. Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College in chilly Windsor, Ontario on a cold Tuesday night. Larson pending with the kickoff. Marauders ready to receive. Kind of an onside push, but that's not going to get 10 yards. It finally does, but that's going to be good field position right at the midfield stripe. So they felt they had to try something. They've had a little trouble stopping the offense. But it looked like the wind caught that ball on the kickoff. They're going to have to rely on their defense to get another opportunity to try and tie up this game. So the Lancers on D, they're going to need a stop. The Marauders break the huddle from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Trying to move up step by step, inch by inch down the field. They come near side. And a big hit down. Gain of about 6 yards right in front of us. Somerville. Somerville ripped down on the tackle. That looks like that was Sawyer Emmett again on the tackle. Just under 6 minutes. Clock still running. As the Marauders break the huddle. The wind blowing a little bit harder now. Kind of a pistol set from... He's trying to get the edge. He breaks one tackle. That's enough for a first down. Sawyer Emmett had him but couldn't rip him down. Number 7, you can see him angry with himself. He had the jersey for a second, but it just slips out of his grip. And a big first down run for Falconer. Watch this again. You can see number 7. He's got him. He's got him. He's just trying to rip him down, and it just slips out of his hand. Falconer escapes for a first down. So pistol set, 2 backs with them. They split out of the backfield. Somerville takes it himself. This time they're spying him a little bit. And he runs for only a gain of, call it 3. So that's finally an adjustment we've seen by the Lancers. Somerville was having his way with the defensive alignment of the Lancers. But this time you saw a couple of defensive players for the Lancers keeping an eye on Somerville to keep him from getting those big first down gains. They break the huddle. They're right at about the 40. They need to get to the 33. Scrambles out right side, throws on the runs, got a man there, tipped away, incompletion. A beautiful play on the far side. So that's going to be 3rd and 7 with just over 4 to go. As we look at the replay again, you can see the running out the far side. Somerville throws on the run, and just getting a hand on it is the defender. And we'll see what Myer does here on this 3rd and 7 from the 40. Offense stays on the field. Somerville's got a couple of backers with him. Now they spread out to the right. He scrambles right. He's looking for the edge. There's a lot of room far side. He turns it upfield. He's got the first down and more. So they couldn't keep their eye on Somerville at this time. And he had a lot of blockers out to that far side. Look at all the the dark shirts you see on the far side. Some of them even looking for guys to block. And Somerville is able to get a big first down to move the chains. And Myer with a field goal or touchdown might be able to put this game away. The Lancers need a stop. They need a stop or a turnover to keep this a 1-score game. Somerville keeps up the middle, dances right, and wrestled backwards and brought down. Gain of about 4 yards as Somerville gets brought to the turf. So it looks like we could have a timeout here. The referee blew the ball. Let's see what Alex Jemmy, as we see the replay of the tackle. So no timeout. Ball still in play. Just maybe that's a 3-minute whistle now. There it is. And he winds it back into play. A huge 2nd and 5 from the 23. The Lancers need a big play. Handoff, right side. He is wrestled down. No gain. So this is going to be a potential field goal attempt. It looks like their player might be injured. That's Falconer. So that would bring the ball to about a 31-yard field goal. We were watching some of the field goal attempts during warm-ups, and I think we saw this kicker trying to attempt a 45-yard field goal earlier today, and he came up a couple yards short, but it would have been good from 40. So if they do attempt for it, we know the kicker has the leg. Luca Daddio would be the kicker. So we're going to talk about the game tomorrow morning. The first one, 10 a.m., We Digital Productions with WeDigital.ca, as always, has the call. As Frontenac against St. Joseph's, the Jaguars, the winners of their respective conferences. And I'll be on the call with you again tomorrow morning after I catch my breath after this one. This has been a great game, these two tough teams. High-powered offenses, 28-21. It's probably been the most competitive game we've seen of the 7 so far here at the 2023 OFSA Bowls. As we're high atop Acumen Stadium in the Leuna 625 broadcast position. As you look at the bench of the Marauders, seeing if they send out a field goal unit to try and give this a 10-point lead. They are, it looks like, setting up. It's going to be right at the 30-yard line for a huge field goal attempt. Try to see the number of the kicker if we can get him. That's number 4, it looks like. So that's actually Jonathan Colcook, the 6'3" field goal kicker. So you can see the long legs on the white pants. So it might have been Colcook we saw in those warm-ups kicking the long field goals. He was kicking the other direction during warm-ups. He tried from 45, but came up about 5 yards short. So he does have the leg for this. 2 receivers back in the end zone for the Lancers. Good snap, good hold, big kick. And no doubt about it, that's through the uprights. Massive field goal for the A.N. Myer Marauders. And they lead this one by 10 as the fans celebrate in front of us. So Kolkuch just boots that from 30. Would have been from 40 plus. And now the Lancers are going to have their work cut out for them, as it looks like they're going to take the ball on the 35 after the field goal. And they are. 2:31 to go in this one. Dan Dominguez is going to bring you home. 151 seconds to go in this one. A cold Tuesday evening here in Windsor, Ontario, on the beautiful campus of St. Clair College. Had some snow yesterday. Still sitting on the beach volleyball courts here on the campus. Emmett back to throw. Just over receiver. Dangerous pass, falls down, incomplete. Intended receiver was Baker, Jackson Baker. Another grade 10 student. So next year, I'm going to already call my shot. Watch out for this team next year. Jackson Baker, back for grade 11. Jaden Bayless, he'll be back. Sawyer Emmett will be back. And C.J. Roberts, D.J. Phillips, all their star position players with the exception of Ben Church should be back next year. And this team should be pretty good for a year or two to come for the Lancers, but they're not out of this one yet. Emmett throws on the run, dangerous pass again, tipped off. That looked like Van Morsel's hands. They're trying to get the ball to C.J. Roberts, but Van Morsel and Roberts both in the same neighborhood. And you'll see here on the replay, you can see Van Morsel and Roberts both there. So it's 3rd and 10. This is a must-make for the Lancers. They can't afford to turn the ball over. Throw down the middle, down the seam, tip. Oh, he dropped it off his hands. Oh, it was in his hands, and he drops it. He can't believe it as he lays on the Saints logo. Number 11, Jaden Bayless, had the first down in his hands. Instead, the ball is turned over on downs. And that's going to be tough for the Lancers to recover from that one. The crowd still cheering their team from Chatham, Ontario. But this strong Myer team, the Lancers hung tough with them, but they're going to need a turnover now. The Ursuline College Lancers came into this one unranked provincially, unranked nationally, taking on the number 3 ranked team in the province and 20 nationally, and gave them a fight. So a timeout now as they trail by 10. They're going to look to try and get a quick 2-and-out to try and get the ball back. As we're in the final moments of this one. Going to thank Leuna 625 one more time as our presenting partners here at We Digital Productions. As you look at the coaching staff for the Lancers, talking up their defensive crew. They need to stop. With Leuna 625's help, we're able to bring you all this high school football action throughout the entire month of November, including this 2023 OFSA Bowl Series. And there it is. If you want to build with the best, you train with the best. That's Leuna 625. And with their help, we can see all this action on. Head to our YouTube page, as well as check out all the St. Clair College sports action you see, brought to you by We Digital. So Somerville, again, a run up the middle. Not much to go. Van Morsel in on the tackle. And you've seen all the commercials during the halftime. We have the Rotary auction coming up Friday and Saturday. Check out the We Digital page for all the links. The Rotary auction for Windsor, Ontario coming up this weekend. For all those Christmas gifts coming up. Christmas just under a month away now. Somerville almost gets them to jump. Runs on the near side. He's going to keep this one himself. Looking for the place to cut it back. He's got nowhere to go. So there's the stop that they needed. It's going to be 3rd and long. So let's see if that brings the kicker back out. Kolkach, remember we saw with the big 30-yarder, and he's got a leg. So let's see what they decide to do with 3rd and long. I haven't seen a special teams unit come out yet. So they have a coach off the field as he started to come out. It looks like now a special teams unit might be coming out. They might have to use a timeout. It looks like we did have a timeout called. I didn't see the referee signal one way or the other. Let's see what the big board has. Big board has Ursuline now out of timeouts. And Myer still has one. So Ursuline trying to save a little bit of time to get back into this one. As they're going to line up to see what they're going to do here. At 3rd and 8 yards. The ball's on the 33-yard line. So that'd be about a 40-yard field goal. And by that last kick, it looks like he has the leg, but let's see what they decide to do. It looks like the offense is coming out on the field. I don't see the field goal kicker. So this could be the ball game. If the Lancers can't get a stop here, that might be all she wrote. I'm going to need to keep a spy on Somerville to keep him from running. He runs up the middle, and he's still battling. Right at the marker. It looks like it might be a hair short. That looks like a foot short. That's going to probably turn it over on downs. Sawyer Emmett's already pointing the other way. Waiting for official word. Where's Alex Jemmy? Waiting for his call. The referee's kind of standing around looking at each other. So I didn't see a flag, but there was a flag down and a face mask. And that's going to be the first down that they need. So that's going to send the fans home, it looks like. As we see Griff down in front of us. He's getting ready to take the field
15.
after this one to help congratulate the winner.
Unnecessary roughness, face mask on Chatham. That's a dead ball foul. After the first down was not gained. 15-yard penalty, first down, UCC.
So was there a face mask after the change of possession? So it's a dead ball foul. So the runner was stopped from the yard to gain. So that ends it right there. But it looks like there's a face mask after the quarterback went down. So he's down, and let's see if you see any face mask or any extracurricular activity here. It's at the top of your screen, I believe. So it might have been a little bit of extracurricular activity after the play. So the ball is turned over on downs. The ball is backed up on the face mask, and the Lancers have it, still a chance with down 10, but they're going to need a miracle. .99 seconds to go in this one. And Emmett's going to have to put this ball in the air as they trail by 10. See if they can get the ball into Roberts' hand somewhere. Scrambling. Got to look out for the goalpost. Fires it. Far side. Hits the turf. Roberts was in the area, but it's incomplete. So you see C.J. Roberts dancing. Sorry, Sawyer Emmett dancing around. Watch him scramble. He's got to avoid the goalpost. And a nice throw by Emmett. C.J. Roberts is close, but not close enough. We're down to 90 seconds. So second down. 10 yards to go. They're on their own 10-yard line. Emmett's under center this time. Tosses it back. They're going to try a little trickery. Throws it. That's going to get picked off. And that's going to send them to the house for a pick six. They tried something. It did not work. Dante DeMario with the easiest pick six he's ever going to get. And that's going to be all for this one. And Myer breaks it open. 37-21. The point after coming up. The Lancers hung tough with this team for as long as they could. But the Marauders were just too big, just too strong, just too fast. An excellent effort from the Lancers. But this Central Bowl is going to go to the A.N. Myer Marauders from Niagara Falls. Dave Buchanan, got to be happy with his club. As is Scott Morgan, the head coach of Ursuline College Lancers. Extra point is up and good. So a great season so far by both these teams. There is a flag. I would imagine an offside. We'll wait for Alex Jemmy to give us the official word. Ooh, looked like there might be an ejection. I didn't see a number, but objectionable, unnecessary roughness, and it looks like he gave him the thumb. So I don't know if we can get a number from the booth or not. I couldn't quite hear Alex Jemmy's call. Nonetheless, it's 38-21, and Myer Marauders are going to win this one. They're going to kick the ball off from the 50. As we're getting lined up to kick this one off. Waiting for our referee Alex Denny to blow the ball in the play, and he does. Another pooch to this far side. There is a flag. There might be too many men. That was thrown right away, but we'll see. Near side, looking for to bring it up field and finally wrestled to the turf. That looks like Tesman Haddon wrestled down, but again, we'll have to wait as Haddon's a little bit slow getting back to his feet as the turf is getting cold. And we'll see the call. Looks like they might have had too many men on the field. So they declined the penalty. So they'll set up on the 35. 1:11 to go. They trail by 17. The Lancer fans in front of us still in good spirits in the cold weather as their team trails. Run up the middle. Looks like Countryman getting a run. Countryman gets 5 yards and brought down to the turf. And we've seen him all day long. Francesco Della Valentina, the big 6'4" linebacker. He's been everywhere for these Marauders on defense, as they've really only given up the 2 touchdowns. The third touchdown was a pick six. So even though they only gave up an average of 3 points a game, they did get up 14 offensively, 21 total. From top to bottom, this team has been excellent, this A.N. Myer Marauders, earning that 3rd rank in the coaches poll and the Ontario poll. 40 seconds ago. As an incompletion to Van Morsel on the near side. It's going to be 3rd and 5. And there's the down marker on the near side. The last chance for Sawyer Emmett and his crew to keep this one alive. Couple of backers with Emmett in the gun. He's going to keep it himself. He's got Church in front of him. Cuts it back. He's a few yards to gain. The outside, he's down before the line to gain. That's going to be a turnover on downs. It didn't look like he got it. If I'm seeing where the referee is standing, and they're already pointing in the other direction, that is the turnover on downs, as we suspected. Tried to shuck a couple of defenders there, and just comes up short. And that's going to be it for the far side, as the bench is getting ready to celebrate on the far side for the A.N. Myer Marauders. Maybe getting a few seniors on the field now for their final plays. Some of these guys playing their last football game, get some of the grade 12s out there. So they're going to be the best formation in all of football, the victory formation. As the clock ticks. And it's going to be Somerville center waiting for that final snap. Another player. Under 10 seconds ago. A.N. Myer is going to win this one. 21. As they take the ball versus the Ursuline Lancers. And there's the final whistle. This one is over. A.N. Myer has won the Central Bowl. Congratulations to them. They have beat the Ursuline Lancers. Congratulations to them, as well as we see Griff run on the field to go congratulate the teams. As we'll see the teams line up for the final handshakes as the congratulations go around. So I'm going to wrap things up on behalf of everyone from We Digital Productions, from top to bottom. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, 10 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to be back right here again at Acumen Stadium. But until then, have a great night. Again, your Central Bowl champions, the A.N. Myer Marauders from Niagara Falls.